Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Contest of Speed EU4. It is that time again. It is a Monday evening where you can watch some F1 action this evening. We are at Cota, the Circuit of Americas, one of 3 American tracks on the calendar. I'm joined by none other than Deathstorm once again.
You make that sound like it's a bad thing, Maddie.
It's a good thing. I usually have to listen to your voice commentating about me and be like, oh look, he's done this thing, Matt. He's done this thing again where he's just found himself where he shouldn't be, and there I am, and I just do things, and but you know,
classic EU2 stuff. But yes, going to your point, we are here in Austin, Texas, Circuit of the Americas. What is this, round 4 now?
It is round 4. It is round 4.
Round 4 16. Very, very interesting. As Cygate sets a 34.5 to open up the festivities as the benchmark currently. And topped by Mr. 427 over there with a 34.3. So he's 2/10 clear of Cygate. Very, very, well, I love this track. I mean, it's a mixed bag amongst the F1 community as far as gaming wise is concerned. It has a lot of similarities between Silverstone's Meggetts and Beckett's in Sector 1, the triple right-hander toward the end of the lap, which is reminiscent of Istanbul's Turn 8.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've always enjoyed this track. I don't know about you.
We called it Rocco's Roundabout, if those that are still kicking around here long enough know what that is. If you do, fantastic. If you don't, then it's an inside joke, and I'm not willing to say.
We'll just leave it at that.
We leave it at that. We move on to, let's do some housekeeping first. I always like to do a bit of housekeeping before the start, just to let everyone know. We have 6 people not here this evening. Poku's still away on holiday. Branimir's not here. Aegis Reflux. No Shane. Yeetmix has got Stick Drift, and Blades is also not here either. We did have 14. The Red Panda Pigeon Slayer had tick accepted. He's currently serving a race ban for this evening. So you have 13 drivers that you can see in front of you. The only other change that I need to say is Bozo's coming to the pass for the time being. Skyline has dropped to a reserve role. Other than that, it is as you were.
Perfect. Escobar, I see, is back to his actual namesake. I believe he had the PS ban for a week or whatever, so he's back onto his username, which is good to see.
He is. Escobar and Fragnisa had many names last season because they kept swapping accounts for various different reasons, but they're now using their actual accounts, and we know who they are, so it's alright. We'll move on to... I haven't had a look. I have been very inactive of Discord recently, Deathstorm. 4 days I'm not looking at it whatsoever. And oh my goodness, a lot of things have happened in 4 days. I have at least 25 notifications.
As far as if you're looking for standings and whatnot, I don't think EU4 was updated because we had an absolute influx of penalties as the penalties started, I can tell you.
Escobar's just hit the pit end.
Oh no. But yeah, standings were not updated, unfortunately, at least for this race. Again, the influx of penalty reports has been a little heavier than normal, but we're gonna, as far as the Stort team is concerned, we're definitely gonna rein it in. So I have no problems with that moving forward. We're just gonna keep an eye on everything and take it from there. Once I have everything finalized and known for sure, you will be let known as well.
Oh, what a guy, honestly. Yeah, we've gone from a track where we had a street circuit, which caused carnage, And then we went to a track where people can race against each other. And because people were able to race against each other, it created more carnage. So if we can have a chill week, guys, that'd be fantastic. Not just for me, because then I don't have to sit here and just go, oh my god, I can't believe that's just happened. But also to the stewarding team that work incredibly hard and have to deal with a lot of flack from angry drivers who don't chill out and because they don't like decisions. That's right, I'm calling people out. I feel brave this evening.
I love it. I love it. But no, yeah, this purpose-built circuit, like Catalonia last week, but a lot more open. So hopefully things will die down as far as that is concerned, and we actually have some good competitive racing, not only tonight but just this week in general. Yeah,
Cota seemed to be a track, not in terms of, I know it's very split, people love it and hate it, but in terms of Contest of Speed League racing, it's been a very good track and has decided many championships, actually. So it's always been a good race around here. Be interesting to see if we've got any inside information about the weather and if it's wet, because it looks incredibly overcast out there at the moment.
Yes. Dynamic weather on this track, and especially if it rains. Have fun at turn 1, boys.
Yes, I think you'll be sliding off into the distance. Goodbye.
Forget the distance. You're going into the Shadow Realm at turn 1 if you go off there.
Well, I noticed that from the race on Sunday at Zandvoort. I wasn't able to watch it live at the time, but I saw the highlights late last night, and if I'm being honest, many things happened, which was very exciting watching people slide off at turn 1, but bit of oversteer for Fragnista. But yeah, puts the 11th time on the board. We've got 2 people still yet to set a time, but that's okay. That's kind of expected. Also around here, track limits historically have also been an issue.
Yes, the Meggetts and Beckett's wannabe in Sector 1 is big for that. Also, the second to last turn, that right-hander that completely is blind if you're not having racing line on, that can be a pain going out, and they do a thing called an IndyCar line around here, because the IndyCar circuit races on this track as well, and they just purposely run right. They don't even try to stay within the track limits. It's kind of comical to watch, actually.
I have seen the IndyCar line around here, and what's the word I'm looking for? It's a scam.
It's such a scam. It's just comical. It really is. But hey, to each their own. They don't enforce it. Formula One does. Guess what? We got to deal with it.
We have got to deal with it. Lewis is currently on a lap. He's improved massively through the middle sector by 4/10. So track is now rubbering in at this point. Brake FN puts himself towards the top, as he has done the last couple of weeks since he has joined this tier. Lewis has got a couple of corners to go. It's been relatively neat and tidy, and he's left a lot on the table in terms of pushing the boundaries of the car and the track. Through the last corner, which is always tricky on traction, and Lewis goes to a 33.6, so just less than a tenth behind brake so far.
Yes. Ferrari, his teammate, looks like he was just a shade under his time, so he stays at 6 with a 34.3. Top 4 are separated by 4/10 right now, with a little bit of a gap in between. You have like a cluster of 4, and then you have another cluster of 4 behind that. So
we have Josip's just improved by quite a bit. Whole second, 33.8. Be interesting to see what he can do. We've not seen much of him this year so far, but hopefully a few appearances in a row will bode well for the future.
Right now, I think Escobar is on a hot lap right now. I didn't get his first sector split. He is going into the backstretch now, where he just has a huge tank slapper. Wow. Keeps it on the track.
Tokyo drifting. What?
Tokyo drifting in Texas. Yeehaw.
Yeah, why not? Just control. You got to control that horse, that rodeo.
While taking the snake that's in his boots and trying to kick it out, you know, like Toy Story.
Oh.
Yes, I'm a parent. Okay. Oh, as he goes wide going into the turn right before the triple right-hander. Valid. It's still a valid lap, surprisingly, but this is going to end up being his benchmark with 5 minutes to go now.
If he completes that, then everybody will have set well, everybody apart from one will set a time so far. He puts himself and does a 37.5. There's lots of improvement from that lap. Sliding is not the best place to go around.
No, typically on a track like this, yeah, it's gonna run hot as it is. I mean, it's Texas after all. The soft compound tires, if you're not in full control of the car, you're just gonna be sliding, and they're gonna be asking for forgiveness and get off.
Which about to start that with brake FN riding on board as he goes uphill into turn 1. He's already gone through the first DRS section, now through, as Deshaun said earlier, the Maggots and Beckett's copyrighted version, American style.
Ooh, boy!
Yeah, he stayed up there. 3 tenths up so far, took that very nicely. Top of the hill, straight line it as much as you can. And again, you straight like that little corner on the inside. Down to the hairpin, braking just before the 50-metre marker, turn it in, straighten the car up, little bit of a handful on exit. DRS is wide open, you see cars pull to the left, because they're not going to do, sorry, why would you want to do that? Onto probably the hardest braking zone on the circuit. Again, can cut the corner on the inside if you need to, just clips it there nicely. He's lost a bit of time in the middle sector, down by a couple of attempts into the double left-hander, but we'll see a variety of lines later on in the race. Now to what I like to call the Rocco's roundabout. It's 3 right-handed corners all together. Throw it into the second to last corner, don't run too wide, keep it on the curb, slow it down, then careful on the throttle, straighten it up, DRS, cross the line, and it's pole position. We saw from that graphic, it chopped and changed quite a bit. He was 3 tenths up, then only 3/4 of a tenth up, and then finished a couple of tenths up in the end. So 33.3 for a brake test.
Seems like brake has more of a downforce setup tonight rather than straight line speed. I know guys like the Prentice brothers, for example, would be running low wings, and I'll be honest with you, around here, how the heck would they do that? How do they do that?
I'm really looking forward to that on Wednesday. I'm really not looking forward to that on Wednesday.
Yeah, you'll be part of that DRS train from Prentice on back
I
to
can't
Saskatchewan.
wait. That's what I look for every week. Molly is currently sitting in 3rd, so good qualifying so far. Let's have a quick look to see how he's done so far this season. Molly is currently sitting, although he's not got a point so far. Not got a point. Come on, man, you can do this. I'm slightly biased because Mercedes, yes.
AlphaTauri out there almost looked like he was about ready to rejoin the track, but got out of the way. Stayed out of the way. And if we're playing biased and partisans, my 2 Red Bull mates of Fragnister and Escobar need to step it up a little bit and get out of 10th and 12th. Team
TNG down there at the moment. Modias doesn't quite beat it, only misses out by a little bit. Someone I'm interested in seeing too, currently sitting in 5th place, is King Luke. Be interesting to see how he does. Hasn't got his teammate to support him this evening. He's currently 2 3/4 attempts down through the first sector.
See if he gets kept it together through the hairpin this time around, unlike last time, so he should have an improvement through Sector 2.
If he gets the... Getting that first sector right around this track is so rewarding. And it's nice as well when you get it right.
Oh yeah, Sector 1 and this corner coming up, the double apex left with that little dip on the apex. If you get that thing right and set yourself up for the triple right to end the lap, then it's just a glorious circuit.
Kept it within the lines, so this is going to be nip and tuck to see if he's going to improve. Oh, he won't improve like that. Big snap of oversteer. And that will conclude his qualifying. Andre has hit somebody.
Oh no. There's 2 dots, yeah. There's a... looks like an AlphaTauri.
There's an AlphaTauri. I've just said. Well, the isn't improving. Sygate's not improving. Fragnista is 4 temps up. Dougie's going to do it. Dougie set a time. Yay! Everybody set a time. Everybody's happy.
Yay! Well, unfortunately, tomorrow night in AM2, not everybody's going to set a time.
Wait, what?
Because not everybody's going to set a time in quali in AM2 tomorrow night because somebody, wink wink, was naughty last week.
Ah! So you had to hand out and write down your own penalty.
Yeah. It's... yeah, my own penalty, my own fault. I actually reported it on myself, so what does that tell you?
Yeah, you're too kind.
I had to. When I saw Potty, and I know he's in the chat, when I saw his POV, I'm like, yep, I'm reporting that on myself. That was terrible. So, yeah, one of those deals, and quite frankly, it's okay. I prefer qualifying in the back on tracks like this anyway. I do my better drives from the back of the pack.
Qualifying has concluded. And field spread is... it's not that bad. It just does show a little bit of the skill.
Look in the chat, Matt. Pigeon Slayer's supporting his teammate. All right, he's his engineer girl.
Hey, I'm talking in terms of physically supporting him. You're not able to do it at the moment because you're not driving. Don't out me.
With qualifying concluded, Brake is on pole. Lewis in P2, Milos P3, Josep P4, Luke in P5, Sygate 6, Isotope 7th, X427 8th, Fragnister 9th, Andre 10, Bozo 11, Escobar 12, and rounding out the field is Dougie in the Williams. As you said, the field spread's not so bad up in the top 10. I don't know where I'm going to go with this as far as podium predictions are concerned.
Could be very interesting. Luca, thank you for the subscription. Good luck, sir. Good luck. I hope you make it in one piece this evening. Oh, that looks a lot better than qualifying.
Oh, sunny.
It is very sunny. It's very bright. I would love to tell you the strategy and times we're expecting around here, but I have done zero practice of Cota in preparation for Wednesday, so I can't help you.
I've done some small trinkets. Like, I have a setup. I have a decent downforcey setup. I know AM2 from experience, they like to run lower wings, so I'm usually doomed on the straights. But in the corners, I make up for so much time, but I just lose so much time in the straights. I gotta try to find that balance. As far as tire strat, everyone's probably gonna go medium hard. I would assume I would definitely be in the back of the pack, more inclined to start on the hards and see how far I could stretch them, and probably go hards and softs at the end if I can get there.
We'll have a look. Two-stop could be of use. We've seen it many a time around this track, even on the old games. If not, it's either going to be a soft hard, medium hard, or we could see a soft medium soft or soft medium medium. I wouldn't put it past it. We have an array of tyres so far. You can have a look on that screen now. There's only one brave person that has decided to go for the hard tyre. That is us in P7. Brake FN had, it's going to break it. I already know what's going to happen.
Boy.
Brake and left the session. Oh.
Brake is gonna break the session.
Yeah,
All right.
Brake will
and
break
while
the
you
session.
do that, while you're on that potty, yeah, you're probably right. It's funny because he just mentioned about it possibly going to our luck. It'd be full wets. I mean, AM2 has had completely just random luck lately, so if it goes to full wets, I would love it. I love driving in the rain, but yeah, that would be our luck for sure.
I did an AM1 race here last year where it rained as well. That was AM2 race where it was wet. It seems to be a tier 2 thing for both regions. Always the second tier gets the ones stitched up with the weather or anything else that could possibly go wrong goes wrong.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, we had the formation lap thing go on, which we may have now. Knock on wood. We've had that across. Oh, geez, the first 4 races last week, where we had something wrong on the formation lap.
Mhm. But I know what it is. It's breaking it.
People joining before, right beforehand. I figured that out too, unfortunately, and that's kind of what made the mess. We'll see if that's fixed or if brake broke the lobby.
It should be alright. That looked very human controlled, that was. Those have been disqualified, but that's alright.
Hey!
Okay. 4, 5 lights. Build the revs because we have to wait till the glitch. Oh, and away we go! Brake's not gone. There's a collision. Oh my goodness!
Oh my god! Oh my god! He didn't go at all. He wasn't even in the car.
Well. I'm waiting.
Maddie, your call. If anything, that definitely should be that.
Who's the EU4 tier rep? It's not me.
Morning, PW. Yeah, morning, PW Jones. It's evening. Yeah, I don't know who the EU4 tier rep is. I thought it was you, but.
Bear with, people. Bear with. King Luke is currently sitting off the track.
Oh, X4. Danny's the tier rep and he's racing. We just found that out. Oh my
I know
gosh.
he is. I'm going to make an executive call. Bear with people. Oh, I don't know what the grid was either.
Great. All I know is it was break, I believe.
I know who it was.
On pole. I think Lewis was second, but I don't remember after that. Alright. I'm going to...
You will listen to me hum and sing if you want to.
I'll play Jeopardy music. Do 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 do.
We could do that actually. That's a very good idea. Texas Tornado.
They could get grid. I mean, it's not a bad call. I usually, in a case like this, just like to keep the stream rolling. If somebody has the picture or whatever. But again, your decision, my friend.
Well, not really. It's the person that's driving, which is why. Oh, P.W. Jones coming in clutch for a guy. Okay. So.
Did you just send me this invite?
Nope. Yeah. No. Maybe. Oh, I don't know. I have now. Right.
Okay.
How quick do you think we can get a lobby started? Place your bets, people.
Over unders 5 minutes, boys.
We're rapid with this.
Welcome to EA Games. Potty, you're not wrong, my friend. That's irony. Break broke the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
We're halfway there. Yay!
Whoa, we're halfway there.
Whoa, living on a
copyright.
I loved how you did that. That was cool. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, no, you're not doing one more quali. Get lost. You've got no chance if you just bear with me, because then I'm going to have to just redo the grid.
Potty's in the chat. He was just singing the exact same thing. Great minds think alike, Potty. Haven't we figured that out yet?
I need to go to settings. Weekend structure. Oh, no. Whoa, steady on. That could have gone horribly wrong. You saw that on the stream, then you realised what nearly just happened.
I'm just gonna leave well enough alone.
Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust. Another one.
Oh, jeez.
I'm trying to work out who I'm still missing. Bear with, because for some reason, when you do it this way, you can't, with crossplay, you can't do multiple drivers at the same time.
Right. That's the only thing that drives me mad when I set up the lobby.
I'll say it now, and I've also sent the chat. Remember, you need to stay on the tyre compound that you currently chose. Also, you need to remember your setups. You have been warned. I'm very nice. Is that fair?
Please allow your fellow drivers and competitors to
yes. If someone
a minute
presses
to get their setups.
yeah, if somebody presses the button within 30 seconds, you will die. Sorry. What? What? Did I say that? That sounds very harsh. Don't do it though. Don't do it. Also, I know who will be if someone changes their set of tyres, because PW Jones has put it in the community chat. So everybody's pretty much here, right? Now the fun bit, everyone. So we're going to go to weekend structure. We're going to go grid editor. Yeah, that's right. So unfortunately, Fragnista's not going to be on pole, even though he would like to. We're going to have Lewis in second. Molliez is third. Josip's fourth. King Luke is in fifth position. We've got Cygate in sixth. Isotope seventh. X427 in eighth. Fragnista's then ninth. Andre, then Bozo, then Escobar, then Dougie. Confirmed changes. Thanks, guys, for not waiting. You all would have got random grid positions if you did that, what you've just done. Saw that everybody was like readying up. It's like, yeah, okay. Can do.
Do 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 do. And Potty, it better not be any lobby restarts tomorrow. That'd be nice.
Oh, I have a really bad feeling about something. No, it's done it. Yay! And it changed it that time. Cool. Let's go. I didn't think that was too slow.
No, actually, that was one of the more seamless transitions. Quality is off. Formation lab should still be good.
Oh, and the weather's not been sorted because nobody told me what the weather is. Well, unlucky. You can get on with it now.
Oh no!
I'm not doing it again.
Oh no!
All I know is it was dry at the start, but that's it. Well, you've had it now.
Love to see it, Jay. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Please don't curse me for AM3 tonight, that's all I gotta say.
Let them suffer, yeah, I will. Get on with it. I had it last week as well.
That's okay. The first lobby that I did, that I set up, it was Austria. I put it on realistic for qualifying, and I got random, and it turned out to be sunset. Like, what? I definitely set it to realistic. It changed.
This is the only problem by not having pre-done weather is that I don't know what the weather is, and then if there is a restart and us commentators don't get told by the drivers, 5% chance of rain, fine, perfect, that'll do. Happy days.
That'll do happy days.
25%, oh, even better. I love it. If you leave the formation lap, please do not return until after the race has started and it has commenced. If you do, many words will come out of my mouth and you won't like it.
Okay, well, they stayed on the same tire that they were before, so that didn't change.
They did? Well done, everyone. First step followed. Woo. Now, just a reminder also to the drivers, and it's not a dig at EU4, because I've seen this so many times up and down the T's. Guys, ghosting is off. If there is a driver in front of you like there was there, do not just run straight into the back of it thinking you're Ricardo Rosset.
Or Dale Earnhardt. I gotta throw the American term in there, Dale Earnhardt. Just bump him out of the way.
Please, give me, leave me with some little bit of sanity that I have left. To which I don't have much left, that's why I'm saying it.
You. Imagine me over on the AM side. I'm pulling what hair I have left. And the rest of it's going grey.
I'm surprised I haven't turned into a full-blown alcoholic. So, young Matt, why are you in here today? I have an alcohol issue because of people making me lose my sanity because they can't follow instructions properly. I'll stop killing Deathstorm now because I need him for the next 28 laps, which is about 45 minutes.
Yes. Funny thing is, even if they don't follow directions, or even if they do, just one little stressor drink. You're bugging me, drink.
I've consumed enough alcohol over the last 3 days. I'm not going to do it anymore. Well, after all that ranting and waffling and whatnot as we get through, formation lap has finished and nobody has left as of yet. Cue the commentator's curse. They all lined up into their grid boxes. And for the first time this evening, we're about to get underway.
Yes, and anybody that's on wrong tires doesn't matter because the tire roll is not in effect anymore.
Tires are confirmed. Revs are built. 3, 4, 5 lights. And away we go for the American Grand Prix. Brake FN seems to have a clear distance into turn 1. They're all relatively behaving themselves. 3 or 4 wide, as we always see. Coming out of turn 1, it's Arcito ahead of King Luke, who's lost a couple of places. Oh my goodness gracious me. I think we are good to go.
Yeah, it looked like a Haas got a little squirrely out of the end of Sector 1 there, but all 13 drivers keeping it on the pavement. As we just had a battle for third, as Cygate just got into the podium places out of the start while Brake and Racer are gone. Oh, good grief. Here we go.
Couple of contacts.
Oh, man. Come on.
There was a Red Bull and someone else. There was a Ferrari and an Aston Martin. I think both got away with it. King Luke's still under pressure. Isto's going to go down the inside of Josip. And I think, hopefully, fingers crossed, everybody's made it. There's a small percentage chance of rain. But as I said earlier, not my problem. And Escobar is round.
Oh no. Good grief. Bad start for the Red Bull boys so far, back into 12th and 13th, as Escobar's tires are extremely spicy at the moment.
Yeah, it will not be. Trying to keep that Red Bull in a straight line for the next few corners is not going to be particularly very nice. Brake FN has held the lead. He's 1.1 seconds ahead of Lewis, but that's kind of expected. He's on the soft tyre, Lewis is on the medium. Sidegate's up 3 positions and 2.6 seconds further drift. The other big move is Dougie. Dougie's up 4 places off the first lap, but he's using... Oh, he's not on the soft tyre, he's on the medium, so that is a good start from Dougie. Who's gone? Oh, King Luke has spun. I don't know if he's got any damage. I hope he hasn't. How often we've seen that already in his short COS career in EU4, that he's had good one-lap pace, but so far in the race it's just not falling his way. Andre passed Dougie, but Andre's on the soft tyre. Wow.
That's
okay,
quick.
That is quick. I didn't think it was gonna be this lap. Molly has already got a 3-second time penalty for track limits. We're barely finished 2 laps, so that is going to be a long race if that's going to continue the way it is. Quick question to yourself and everybody else in the chat: Deathstorm, how many people are going to get penalties?
Oh, I'm calling penalty bingo on just that alone right now. 2 laps in, 1 person getting it. I have a feeling we're going to be definitely looking at penalty bingo possible tonight.
I've just seen it, all of them.
RB11 bingo. I had to. Sorry.
Yahtzee! Oh, it's the wrong game.
Scrabble.
Scrabble the corner. Sygate is, well, it's the train. The train has returned, but we know Sygate's setups, he's more built, well, has a tendency to build in a straight line. We saw that towards the end of last season when his championship battle with 2 spell in EU3.
There's 2.
There's 2 already.
And yeah, Sygate likes to do the apprentice setup. I wonder if they're in cahoots with each other from time to time, because it's just that straight line in that McLaren is going to be absolutely insane while he's struggling in the corners and everybody's going to come up to him. The train's all the way back to 7th right now, and 8th is 3 seconds off of it. So by the end of that, it could turn into, what, 3 through 10 in a heartbeat? Very easily could go 3rd through 10th in the matter of a lap and a half, maybe 2.
Brake has doubled his advantage. He's 3 seconds ahead of Lewis. Lewis gained 8 tenths on Sygate that lap. Oh, Myers gets a little bit squirmy on exit.
Oh, I got a good helicopter shot through the Meggetts and Beckett section from Sygate.
Oh, King Luke's past Fragnista. They're very close, and Fragnista's
Safety car.
facing the wrong way because, yeah, safety car is out. There is no front wing on that Red Bull. So an early safety car. Yes, it was a 33.3. Set by current race lead. Oh! 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 Oh!
Oh man! Oh man!
Man.
Oh man!
Breathe,
That's 3.
Hang on, let me.
Woosah, Maddie. Woosah.
Now, track limit penalties around this track. I can accept. Not a problem. Doing it under the safety car when you're not at full speed, though, I can't accept that. As Dan knows, that's my biggest pet hate.
Well, I'll say this: those that started on the soft compound tires just literally got a bailout.
Yeah, so it's 3 of them at the moment. Although side gates come in the medium tire. Fredisa has retired in the pit. Interesting.
Already, that's a shame.
That is very interesting.
Don't make Deathstorm a sad storm. Let's see here. Lewis is in the lead. Milosh is in P2. Isotope 3, P3. Brake only went down to P4. So honestly, and he's on the medium compound tire, so he's probably going to look to go medium the rest of the way. As I see a Red Bull off again, that is Escobar doing some donuts.
Looks to be.
Oh no! He just smacked the wall. I hope he doesn't have damage.
Looks alright to me.
Oh man, what is going on tonight so far with the Red Bull boys and just the field in general? We have now went from 3 that had a penalty to 2 with Frags DNF. Escobar's looking like he's really struggling even under safety car conditions at the moment.
Still people slipping inside the back. Sorry, I'm sitting here trying not to hurt. My shoulder is hurting quite a bit at the moment. So I'm trying to loosen it, but I keep getting a trapped nerve. Hence why I go very quiet sometimes.
What did you do?
I don't know what I did. I've been played 3 days of basically field sport as well.
Oh, Escobar also now retires, so both Red Bull boys are out. So we are now down to 11. So with that, safety car should probably be in this lap since the field is now bunched up with the exception of Escobar's retiring car. They both retired in the pits, Texas. Reasons I'm not entirely sure, unfortunately.
Nope.
Especially because it's so early on, they could have had a chance, unless they... Oh, wait, no, there's no such thing as floor damage on reduced damage, is there?
Nope. That's why we have reduced damage. So you can't get rear wing damage as well if someone hits you from behind.
Very interesting. Potty, no! No, wrong. Well, that's inside information.
I think that's I would say that's a set-up thing. The fact that the car was always just not being able to control it.
Absolutely. Safety car is going to be in this lap. The Ferrari. This is circa 2004, where the Ferrari is setting the pace.
So about half the guys pitted, half the guys didn't, and there's a lot of different little strategies going on here. So it'd be interesting to see. We're gonna have 22 laps of green flag racing once we cross the line. Lewis is backing them up and controlling the pace. He has gone just before the final corner.
And he was backing him up?
Yeah, he's done pretty well. Dougie's past Sidegate, who lost it coming through the last corner. Dan's also trying to go down the inside with Josip into the first corner. We could see nearly 2 or 3 wide. That got a little bit sketchy. The Ferrari's made 2 moves, and Sidegate's back through as well.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a lag spike for sure.
Yeah, what a weird
potential.
Yeah, what a weird chain of events there. Very confusing. But already, Molières has lost 2 places to the guys just overtaken, FM and Ice Toe. Bozo's sitting behind. Molières has peeled to the left and not following the slipstream of everybody else, which is a little bit on the strange side. We've got a side-by-side battle with Josip and Luke over P9. And I think Dougie could be in trouble here as well. Brake and Isto battling out for P2. There's everything going on. There's carnage. Dougie doesn't seem to be there, but he is there. Isto's past Brake. Braking F past Isto. Dan's past Bozo. There is a lot of lag going on here, and it doesn't help when people are leaving the session at the same time. Hopefully it can sort itself out.
I think that's what caused it.
But Lewis takes another lap in the lead. And this will be interesting because Brake's going to go to the outside. I reckon Lewis is going to try and hold the inside. He does. Brake's then going to do the up and under. No, he didn't.
He stayed back. Dan's all over the back of Sidegate right now. He's just waiting for him to make a mistake, it looks like. Oh, Dan got a corner cut warning, I would assume, there at the end of Sector 1. Mr. X427.
Bozo and Josip have come to blows, I'm pretty sure, yep.
Looks like all all wings are accounted for Bozo, so he should be all right.
Lewis has lost the lead, which is interesting. Brake's gone early because DRS is enabled next time around.
Yeah, those two fighting also brought Isotopes into play as well, so we might have a front 3 battle. He's only, what, less than a second off of Lewis at the moment, so. Oh no, Racer's going to be falling off of the DRS potential here. He's already almost a second and a quarter back.
DRS is enabled. Bozo's had another spin. King Luke's got a 3-second time penalty. Sidegate's going to go down the inside of Molières into turn 1. X427 nearly follows through.
That Mercedes is struggling right now.
There's a lot of guys struggling out there, and now I am going to be really concerned if that's because of overheating tyres, because they're all quite early on in their stint, or it's because their setups are making the car very tail happy. All really nervous on the front end. Either way, it's not a very promising sign.
Especially only a third of the way into the race. Absolutely not.
And most of that third so far has been under the safety car. Oh, a large. I thought, oh my word, that lag! I thought the Ferrari had completely lost control there. I was about to spear it into the wall. Everybody else would have seen that on stream because we were on board. We were in the broadcast setting for that. I'm going to get rid of the tyre graphics. I don't think we need that at the moment. So you can have that instead. So Brake's got a lead. He's got a significant lead as well.
Yeah, almost 3 seconds already since he took the lead, so he's just going to start flying away. If there's going to be a DRS train potentially forming, it's going to be from second at best at this point. But I think Racer is just a little too fast for the Alpine in third as well, so it might actually just be the podium running away, and then the potential train starts with Cygate. Oh, a lot of people are cut in that one corner, that blind corner up the hill, it looks like.
Yeah, well, you can square the corner off, and that's why you're going to see a lot of cuts up, especially in that section of the track.
And it's not catching it. Well, I mean, fair play. I mean, if the game's not going to penalize it, then it makes sense. Sometimes, whoa, lag spike from Cygate there. It makes sense because some of the lines the guys, even in real life, take, if we try to take it in the game, it penalizes us for it, and it's just like, why?
Oh, we get penalised for everything. Come on, we know this.
Heck, some tracks we get penalized for looking at the curb.
You breathed on it, unlucky penalty. What?
Me win. Yeah, sounds about right, Potty. .427, still over the back of Cygate. So actually, Cygate was able to track down the Alpine in third. So the DRS train's now starting to form up there. It's currently 3 between Cygate and X427. Josep is literally right there as well, so he's gonna get DRS coming down the hill and into the back straight on the Ferrari. As Brake is just gone, he's 6 seconds ahead of Lewis in P2.
Yeah, he's a scapade for the time being.
He's galloping like full sprint like American Pharaoh did to the Triple Crown quite a few years back. I can't believe I just used a horse racing reference in Texas. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, it works.
Sorry, I'm trying to do loads of things at the same time here. That's why I'm not really giving this my full attention. The battle on the screen. It's still the battle we want to watch, though. It's Cygate, then Isotope, then X427, then Josep, and Shock. That Alpine, once again, Deathstorm, hasn't got any ERS. It's been a theme so far this season.
Yeah, his ERS management, which is why probably that Cygate just reeled him in slowly but surely. Out of the races that I've noticed, his ERS management has been not the greatest, to say the very least. No, Potty. The Red Bulls will not follow the same fate tomorrow. I plan on doing
the AlphaTauri nearly ran straight into the back of the Ferrari. That Ferrari looks like it's still, well, doesn't want to be here.
That was definitely a desync issue from the looks of it.
So Arsto hasn't got any RS. Josep's also getting to that 10% again.
Dan's at 20, Cygate's at 30. Racers at 46, Brakes at 44, but they've already kind of just scampered off. Racers in potential danger of getting caught, though, by that McLaren. I mean, he's tracking him down. It's now inside of 2 seconds between second and third, and he's bringing a gaggle of cars with him. So the podium places are definitely going to be a spicy battle. I would say at this rate, maybe within the next 3 to 4 laps, if he continues to close them down. The one thing Racer does is Dougie gets a 3-second time penalty. The one thing Racer does have over everybody behind him is that ERS advantage. So if he does get caught, he's going to be able to use enough to defend. And as I say that, the gap just went over a half a second, so maybe he's listening to the stream, caught on to that, and just started putting the hammer down.
I don't know how many drivers from EU4 actually listen to the stream. Although we've got a move here, S12 is going to go to the outside of. So again, that Ferrari looks like it's just dropping it. So that's.
Jeez, S12 has no ERS. He's only at 6%. Meanwhile, Sidegate behind him is 44. X427 35. Yosip even has 25. So I mean, this 4-car battle, Bozo gets a time penalty. This 4-car battle is going to get very interesting. If they continue the battle, Racer's going to run away again.
Rodio's started well in P3 on the grid, but he has dropped away. In fact, he's coming into the pit, so he's only able to do. So that's his first stop. So he did 14 laps on the mediums. So hard's now to the end.
That's respectable. I can imagine mediums going not too much further than that if you take good care of them. King Luke is looking to get by him before he gets up to speed. Those cold hards.
Oh, I suppose in the wall, top of the hill.
Oh no, he binned it.
King Luke picked up a penalty. Andre's going to be on the back of the Alpine. Sidegate been overtaken by Dan as well.
Yeah, right now you have a Ferrari 2-3 currently.
Sidegate seems to be, I don't want to say the word, but seems to be struggling.
This track historically eats tires. It is. That's the
one. Nom.
It eats tires like the Cookie Monster eats cookies. Let's just put it that way. God, you could tell I'm a parent when I'm using kid references.
That's fun.
Now 14 laps complete, so we're just over halfway here at the United States Grand Prix. You have double Ferrari podium currently. Sidegate and Josip are all over the back of X427 for the last podium spot. Lewis is 2.5 seconds ahead of him, but the story there is almost 10 seconds ahead, breaking that Alfa Romeo. He is definitely locked up and ready to go on this track, and he's just been the guy to beat from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's now at 10 seconds as Josip does make the overtake onto Sidegate into the heaviest braking zone on the track.
Sidegate is just I would love to know what his times are at the moment, because he's just dropping like a stone.
Yeah, he just lost the back end a little bit there, was able to save it. He's on those hard compound tires too. I'm wondering if he's trying to stretch them and go on to the softs. For direct correlation, let's see what his lap time is going to be. We have Josip right ahead of him, who just lapped at 39.6, and Cygate just lapped at a 41.3, so he's 2 seconds slower than the man ahead of him.
Concerning.
Yeah, for the McLaren, he's definitely going to need to get off those tires and potentially get a safety car to bring everybody back into play. One stopping here is very well plausible. You just got to have the right setup and know how you are on your tires. That's going to be the major key factor all week. Now, if it rains, then throw all of that strategy completely out the window.
Out the window, indeed, it needs to go. What is Mollier's? Mollier's is behind Luke. Down in P8 and P9. That's
Ooh, battle for fringe
on
points.
the track. Bozo has spun it. He's hit the wall. He's not got a front wing. And it is a safety car.
Oh, I ask and I shall receive one. Cygate just gets saved by a safety car.
Cygate needed that. Oh, he didn't need that though.
Oh, it's just going from bad to worse for the McLaren.
Now his
He
game,
had it.
set, and the match. Right there.
What is this, Wimbledon?
Yes, it is now.
I mean, they are in the U.S. Open in Flushing Meadows right now for tennis, so I'm not too surprised. Commentators curse at its finest, absolutely. Brake bolts onto the medium compound tires. He should have no problem getting to the end now on those. Everybody behind, Josip, Racer, Cygate, X427. The whole lot looks like they're going to be pitting now.
Interestingly, they've gone softs rather than mediums.
Well, I mean, it's a gamble. I don't think they're going to last 10 laps, but it's a gamble. Personally, it's one that I would not have taken on, knowing that the softs will just completely and utterly just die.
Mollier's hasn't stopped. He's out on the hard tire.
He pitted on, I believe, on the first safety car, so he might be able to try to get those to the end.
Now the problem we got, and Ricky's just pointing this out, the soft tyre will be fantastic. However, that soft tyre will be fantastic for about 4 laps because of our good old friend here, thermal degradation. For those that don't know, if the tyres overheat and get too hot, that then causes thermal degradation, which in turn ruins the tyres, which in turn means the car then goes very slidey, which equals crash. Welcome to Monday night racing physics with yours truly.
Breaking out some science like Sheldon Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
What? Okay, Texas, Sheldon Cooper. I'm just full of Texas zingers tonight. I like it. I gotta remember some of these later on tonight.
You're gonna have to remember it, yeah. And possibly Wednesday as well.
Yes. Well, I see you trucking through the field like Sandy Cheeks trucks through water in Bikini Bottom.
Choo choo. You're more than welcome to come and join the train on Wednesday. I shall be looking forward to it immensely. I was going to use another sentence, but I don't think I can do that because it will have to cost me £5 via Twitch subscription, so I'm not going to do that because I haven't got those monies after this weekend.
Sorry, somebody from AM3 just asked me a question on Discord, so I just had to answer that.
No, that's fine. I'm not going to lie, I've been doing the same. I've been catching up on things. Hopefully there's not been too many people that have died, which is fantastic. There's been some things that have happened, but it's out of my control.
Yes. That's how I feel. Like, some of the stuff that's been going on, it's like, what the heck happened? I can't control it. What's going on? And I feel like dug out of water.
There's plenty of driver movement at the moment, especially in EU2. Over the last couple of days, from what I've seen. Oh, I need to change that as well.
Yes, I did notice that one thing of note, and I will elaborate on Wednesday when I get more information.
Well, let's put it this way: there's 2 drivers in there, and hopefully one of them can try and fill it up for the time being. So yeah, there are seats available. E1 is very populated at the moment in general. There's a lot of reserve drivers in there which go along.
EU1, you said?
Yeah, a lot of EU1. I know! Who would have thought, eh?
That is nuts. Same thing with AM3. We have, I think it's like 8 or 9 reserves in AM3. It's pretty bad. It's pretty loaded back there as well.
Hilly's doing a fantastic job of sorting all EU1 out this season. Let's just put it this way, it's been a bit of a poison chalice in the past, but he's put his foot down and doing a fantastic job at the moment. E3 is looking not too bad, not too shabby. Plenty of EU4 support. Some of the EU3 races, which is good. EU2 at the moment is just looking a little bit on the thin side, so we'll work hard. We've got plenty of time.
Yeah,
the season is still young.
Absolutely. AM side is pretty well in shape. AM1 has a few reserves that are just popping in every now and again, but for the most part, I believe that grid is full. Maybe 1 seat. AM2 is honestly the most loaded division, I feel, in all of COS, because you have the front end of AM2 that could go into AM1. The back end of AM1 could technically be AM2. The back end of AM2 and the front end of AM3 are just like intertwined. So like middle ground, the AM2 grid is just absolutely maybe 30 or 40 deep. It's just crazy. But AM2 is full. AM3 ran by BK. Special shout out to him, keeping that tier in check as well. Warren in AM2 and Cam in AM1. I couldn't ask for a better admin team, to be honest with you.
It sounds like the return of the AM 1.5 class, which is fantastic.
Oh, good grief! It's so deep. Like AM2 is just deep. It's crazy. Like during as the safety car is going to be in, as we were doing pace testing, I was technically 3rd or 4th seed, and I'm currently buried right now because I haven't gotten the track time.
Bright FM will lead the way. Let's see how much pressure he'll be put under by the guys on the soft tyres. He's going through the last corner and the foot is to the floor. Lewis is kept quite close to him as we run up to turn 1 for the first time under the green flag. We've got 9 laps to go of the Circuit of America's Grand Prix.
Now, what I didn't notice until right now, this is Racer's probably only chance to get break brakes on the medium compound tire, racers on the softs.
It is interesting. Battle at the back though, fierce as ever. Bozo versus Dougie for 1 championship point. One's on the mediums, one's on the hard tyre. These two fight for the last point, get cut adrift from everybody else. Strong first sectors from some people, not by others. Modiers has dropped off the back of this already. Both the Mercedes nearly dropping out of DRS already off the first sector of this opening restart. Lewis has not made that move done so far, both using ERS, funny enough. Hang on. Bozo's back down the inside of Dougie. Gets it stuck. I have a feeling these two are going to fight to the death for the last.
Gladiator Arena.
Gladiator, ready! Challenger, ready!
Okay, that just brought me back. That just brought me back to mid-1990s.
That is very 1990s. If you're from King Luke, another penalty. It's on 9 seconds.
Jeez.
9.
But
the other thing we forgot about, as Iso goes down the inside of Mod, is somebody's got to drive through to serve.
Oh yeah, Mr. Sygate. That's right. I forgot about the McLaren. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. Now. Oh, whoa. Penalties galore there. There was 2 from 2 different drivers in like a second. So top 4 are clean so far. In our penalty bingo.
So
exactly, that's why I said it. I put a curse on them. Brakes got it covered at the moment. Lewis in hot pursuit. Josip's doing okay in 3rd place. This will definitely add a lot more points to his current tally so far this season, although he's just got a little bit out of shape heading into the 3rd sector, and he's being, what's the word I'm looking for, harassed by the other Ferrari. There's Lewis's penalty. Saw that one coming. I'm amazing.
You're so amazing at predicting penalties. It's not even funny in that. And then there were 3.
Don't you worry, there'll be 2. We'll be down to 2 drivers in 2 laps time. Watch this space. Sygate has come in, and fingers crossed it serves his drive through. I think it should just do it rather than the McLaren guys aren't there, which is good. He'll be on his way. He's going to fire himself out the back of the grid. I would still... Oh, and he's crossed on... Oh, God.
Oh, my Lord.
I was about to say, I could see him comfortably fight through to get to the lower end of the points. I'm now not going to say that. However, there's a Mercedes not facing the right way round. So, you know, the guys are helping him out at the moment.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean... He's only got to get out of the Deathstorm position. Just one position, I mean.
King Luke's going to get this move done on Andre for P6 with the DRS.
Made that elementary.
That was like taking candy from a baby. I'm not that horrible, so I wouldn't do that.
I learned from experience with my children. You don't want to take You don't want to take any candy from a baby. My children are. I'll put it this way: my 8-year-old decides if you try to take something from him, he likes to rocket it at 40 miles an hour. So I have a feeling I have a baseball player on my hands. Which is fine by me.
Indeed. Sorry, I was going to continue that conversation, but I was distracted by an Aston Martin's rear end just dancing about all over the place coming out the last corner. But Andre couldn't quite capitalise over Luke in P6. it's pretty much staying out. Go on, Dougie. Dougie's finding out with Sygate over the last positions. At the moment, he won't score a point. However, we have still got a few penalties, and he's more than capable of getting it. And we've had some retirements. So don't rule out Dougie scored a point yet. He's currently still searching for his first point of the season.
Yeah, Dougie's been consistent. Like, he's been fighting for points from what I've watched all season. He just had the unlucky end of the stick, so to speak.
Andre's got back past Kingley for P6 and has left him by some distance already. Brake's had a bit of an ERS dump lap because he's just down to 19% and grew the gap towards 3 seconds. Lewis at the moment will not finish on the podium as it stands. Just so that people are aware, he's got a 3-second time penalty with 5 laps to go. Those soft tyres towards the end could get tricky, and it's going to entice the Alpine of Isto in P5 in particular towards the end of the stint. I reckon with 2 laps to go it could get a bit spicy, as that word's been used quite a few times this evening.
Oh yeah, as it looks, as you were saying, it's now between 2nd and 4th, 2.7, so that 3 seconds will knock Lewis out of the podium. So as it looks, it's an Alfa Romeo, Alfa Tauri, Ferrari podium currently. Just not in the order that it's in right now.
No, but he has responded a little bit, and also he's closing in. Yes, I would say 2nd to 5th hasn't really been decided. I think Brake, with the tyres he's now on, I think has got the advantage. They both retired under the safety car. The first safety car. I think, what, lap 6?
Yeah, lap 5, lap 6.
Both with traction / setup / other issues. So, yeah, that's about it.
I mean, if X427 wants to be a good teammate, he could try and pass Josip and back him up to where he doesn't get, to where Lewis doesn't get the knocked off the podium.
Well, he needs to do something because there's an Alpine that's now approached the scene and will be within DRS fairly soon. So they need to sort that out. Blimey, there's over 30 people here. Hi. Didn't see you all coming. You all come diving in at once. Good evening. We've got 4 laps left. I mean, Def's only been. It's not been the most exciting race. It's been an intriguing race. I think that's the word I like to use about this evening. It's been intriguing.
Yeah, more strategic than anything. No, not many firework bangs going off as Dan just had a tank slapper. That would have been one piece of firework going right off right there. But no, it's been more of a strategic battle throughout, with the exception of Brake up in front. He's been the class of the field all night so far, and I don't see that changing.
King Luke's going to go to the inside, no, to the outside this time of Andre for P6. Yeah, I think tonight we've definitely seen those that are really comfortable with making their setups and making them work, and the guys that are not as comfortable making their setups and they're not really working.
Yeah, those that are trying something new for tonight, if they're trying something new, you know whose has worked and whose hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing about this track. The good drivers will know how to make a good setup around here. As everybody knows on the AM side, my quali pace, which actually doesn't even affect me tomorrow because of my quali ban, it's absolute garbage. But I put myself in positions in the race, I just can't finish them off. So I know I have decent race pace and decent setups on cars. I just can't finish it off.
But you can see just through that sector, we were watching Isto hunt X427 down, and he was able to stay in behind the Ferrari for the majority of it without losing too much downforce. Sidegate's picked up another penalty. It's not been Sidegate's evening. He got past Bozo into turn 1. Battle down. That battle down there is not over. Iso's got past X427 into the. It's not really a hairpin. It's a 90-degree left-hander.
No, yeah, it's more of an acute, like maybe an 87, 88. Yes, I'm being exact. I don't know why. The one thing that Dan has over the Alpine in front of him now is the fact that Dan doesn't have the penalty. So I don't think he put up as much as resistance as he normally would in that situation with 2 to go, because he knows he's just going to get the position right back.
Yeah, I'm looking at we've got the penalties at the moment on screen and in the intervals. I'm trying to do the maths in my head, but my head's just going, I can't work that out until they cross the line. So we'll wait until that happens, because it's a lot of things are going to swap with 2 laps to go. So Brake has got it. I would say Brake's got this comfortably sewn up.
Yes, as it looks, Lewis is in line to keep his P2. Because, what is it? It's a 3-second time penalty, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, so he's 3.3 ahead of Josip in front of him, so he can lock into P3. Or P2,
he's done
rather.
well, hasn't he, the last couple of laps to really just extend that gap. It didn't look like he was going to get a podium at all, but at the moment, he's just stretching, eking away. I think what's going to help is the Alpine of Isto's got DRS down the inside of Josip.
Oh, Josip and Isotope don't have ERS at all. The Alpine only has 6%.
He's run wide. He's picked up another penalty, and they're going to go down the inside. Contact. The Ferrari's lurking. Look at it. Ready to go. They're all strong with ERS at this stage. We've got 1 lap to go. Brake FN leads the way, although he's nearly 3 seconds down on his personal best, which just shows everybody's struggling with tyres at the moment. Lewis has got it up, the gap up to 3.8.
Yeah, with that battle, with these two battling for P3 as the Alpine runs off a little bit into the turn 1 curb on exit, Dan's going to be looking to take advantage of that, and it frees up Josip through the Megats and Bekvits look-alike for the final time here this evening. And he's just got 2/3 of a lap to go to keep his podium. I mean, he's not going to get P2 by the looks of it, but still, a podium is a podium.
Yeah, the podium. The problem is the Alpine's going to have DRS in front, so it's literally going to make this impossible. Though, AlphaTauri's not had a great run out of the hairpin, and also is getting closer and closer and closer. Already thought about it. He did think about it going down the inside, but he's not going to. These three are still going to continue to battle it out as much as they can.
All 3 of them don't have ERS. Oh my goodness.
There's a guy that has got ERS. He's got some time as well. He's got 4.6 seconds, but with 1 corner to go, it's Brake FN that is going to win here at Cota this evening. Lewis is going to hang on to his 2nd place. Well done to him. Josip, I think, is going to take P3. He will. But Dan will jump past Isto in 4th and 5th. They're going to say the same. King Luke is the next to cross the line. I think he's going to lose that position out to Andre. He will, but not Molia. Sygate. It's going to be quite close between him and Bozo for P9, but I think Sygate's going to just have it covered off.
Oh, so Sygate and Bozo both get points tonight.
Bozo will get points. And Dougie's just going to miss out, but again, another 28 laps under his belt for this season, and he finishes across the line.
Well, again, that wasn't the most exciting race in terms of fireworks, collisions, and whatnot. That was definitely more of a strategic battle, which, from a Stewart's point of view, for the first 3 weeks of the season, thank you, boys. That was a very good strategic race from all fronts, but Brake, just the class of the field. If it wasn't for that safety car, I think he would have probably led lights the flag, honestly.
Probably would have led lights the flag, but the gap at the end wasn't as much as what I think it could have been, so some small crumbs of comfort for those about. Obviously, with only 13 people, there's still a lot of drivers to fit back in at some point.
Yep. But yeah, final results: Brake, FN winning from pole, getting the fastest lap. Racer in P2, Josep for AlphaTauri at P3, X427 rounding out a great day for Ferrari in P4. Isotope for the Alpine in P5, Andre P6, King Luke 7th, Milos 8th, Cygate 9th, Bozo rounding out the points in 10th, Dougie in the fabled AEM side Deathstorm position in P11, and we lost Escobar and Frag early on with the first safety car. But yeah, again, very good strategic race from all fronts. Not many DNFs, actually no DNFs via collisions, so that's a very good sign as well.
First points of the season for King Luke and Molliers this evening, so congratulations to those guys. And Josip puts a lot more points than his 1 point he currently scored so far, so all good for those three guys. Ferrari look towards strengthening their position in the championship, but Brake FN picks up a win as well, so it will be very interesting to see what happens once the standings get updated. We'll let you guys know as soon as we can. But this is it. This is now the outro bit that we have to try and do, because I don't tend to do interviews with the crossplay stuff at the moment. EU4 will return next Monday. They are racing around Canada for round 5 of the Contest of Speed F1 Championship. Although that's not the next on-track action. You get to see the AM3 guys in a few hours. That is 9 PM Eastern, 2 AM in the UK, and 3 AM for our Central European colleagues. On commentary it will be Deathstorm. Who would it be? Is it going to be yourself and E. Warren? Question mark?
As far as I know, Mr. E. Warren should be with me.
Lovely.
It should. He's touch and go. I know his work schedule changed, but yeah, as far as I know, E. Warren is confirmed. Until I know otherwise, other than that, it may just be me in the AM3 booth. After that, we have EU3 and AM2 tomorrow, as usual. EU2 and AM1 on Wednesday, and EU1 on Thursday. So this is just the first bit of Contest of Speed action for round 4.
It is. So you'll hear Deathstorm probably later. You'll hear him also on Wednesday doing EU2. Unfortunately, you're going to have to put up with me tomorrow for EU3. Sorry. But you can blame Danny for that. He's not going to be there tomorrow. So hopefully it's going to be me and Shane returning to action again. That should be fantastic to reunite with my Belgian colleague, as we were EU4 commentating partners EU3 commentating partners last season. It just leaves me to finish this. Deathstorm, thank you for sitting alongside me this evening. It's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed myself, actually.
Always a pleasure with you, Matty.
Always a pleasure. Thanks everyone for your support as always. We are closing in on that 1,000 follower mark on the Twitch channel, which is quite a big thing for us. Don't know why, but yeah, seems to be quite a good thing. Thanks for everybody, all your comments, and good night.